to another video. Today's video is going to be really exciting because I'm starting something completely new here on my channel that I've never done before. I'm starting a new series here on my channel where I'm doing monthly updates, and it's going to be called the Post-Grad Diaries. I want to do videos every single month where I kind of just update you guys and we do monthly check-ins on where I'm at in the post-grad life process. I really wanted to make this video as a way for not just me, but also for you guys as viewers to hopefully find some sort of like connection or relatability in a period of life that is just very confusing and stressful. And honestly, I have been really struggling with adjusting to post-grad life and being home from college. For those of you who are new here, hi, my name is Sophia and welcome to my channel. I just graduated with my bachelor's degree in psychology from Montclair State University, and I'm currently waiting to hear back from grad schools to hopefully pursue my master's in clinical mental health counseling. We could definitely get into that and that whole process and grad school applications and grad school eventually, hopefully, and also undergrad. Like, we could talk about all of that if you guys want. And for anybody who's watching who didn't graduate yet, if you graduate in the spring, or if you also are kind of similar to me and you graduated in the winter, I wanted to start this series to honestly just kind of create an environment where we are all in this together. We could give each other advice. We could show each other like tips and what we're doing. Each one of these monthly check-ins, I'm going to be breaking up into 3 parts for the video. The 3 different sections of this video are going to be our environmental, physical, and mental health. Physical, more meaning like not necessarily working out, but also taking care of ourselves. Mental health, I really just want to have almost like a girls chat, like just sit down, kind of FaceTime chat, talking about my experience, how I just graduated, what I'm going through, like this whole adjustment period that's so strange and really new. And then lastly, for our environment, I really want to tackle and work on what I'm doing with myself, where I am, focusing on surrounding myself and really benefiting from being in a positive, healthy environment. And that's why we're in the car right now, because we're about to jump into it. We're getting started with our environment. A huge change in my environment recently has been moving back home since living at school for the past 4 years. It has definitely been interesting moving home. There is nothing more weird than being on your own and being independent for the past 4 years and then coming home to your high school bedroom and you're living with your parents again, and then you realize you have to notify them every time you go out, and it's like just so weird and bizarre, honestly. With that being said, we are actually on our way right now to TJ Maxx, Home Goods, Marshalls, literally any semi-cheap home decor store, because I want to completely redecorate and rechange my entire bedroom. Step 1 was rearranging the furniture in my room, and I actually already did that because 1, that is not a fun thing to show you guys. Part 2 is finding new pieces that we want to decorate my space with and really just kind of giving my space more color, giving it more life, giving it like really a cozy place that I want to spend in the next couple of years, because I have no intention of moving out anytime soon. Right now, my room is just white and gray and it seems so stale and so boring. Like, it feels like almost like a hospital environment. I have nothing on my walls, which now that I'm older and more mature, I'm realizing that that's like kind of terrifying. Like, it's going to be interesting. We will see what we were able to find. I will update you guys once we get to the store and if we end up finding anything. It was so successful. We have a huge haul. I am not kidding. I literally had so many bags of stuff. First one I got is this really pretty, it's like a greenish blue. I believe this is a Claude Monet print that's in it, and I honestly might keep it because I think it looks so pretty with the frame. This is the second frame. It's just this like dark wood, and I thought it was really fun because of the different like texture of like the wooden balls on it. Next, I got like a tiny little frame because I want to add a lot of like depth and dimension, and I really liked how this one was blue and gold as well. This next frame is like a minty gold frame. Honestly, I'm not really sure how I feel about this one just yet. I feel like it's not as like cool and unique as the other ones that I'm going to show you. These last two are my favorite, and I actually already put photos in them. First is this frame. This is what the frame looks like. I think it looks absolutely beautiful, and it has this like gorgeous detailing on the edges of the frame. This is the last frame that I got. It's this dark green felt with like a gold border. The next thing that I got, and I was not expecting to find something whatsoever for this, but I found a little jar. It's this little clear jar, and it almost reminds me of like those anthropology classes that they sell, but it has lily of the valleys on it, which are my favorite flower ever. I have all my bookmarks right here actually, so I figured if we just put them inside like this, it would make for like a really cute little holder for them that could sit on my bookshelf. This wall right back here is completely blank and empty. I wanted to start collecting some pieces, a nice photo collage wall. The first thing that I found, this beautiful painted print. I really like the frame it comes in because it's this like beigey white color, and then there's like a smaller gold border here on the outside. I got this little cat one, which I thought was so cute. It has this like dark wood and this like really dark gray frame, which I don't really know how I like, but I figured that the colors with like the greens and like those earthier tones, it wouldn't look like too bad in like a photo collage wall of this. The next two that I found, I could not have pictured anything more perfect. I got this beautiful print. It's Little Women. It's supposed to look like the book cover of different books. The second one that I got, I'm afraid isn't going to fit with the theme of everything else that I've gotten so far, but I had to get it and I really don't want to return it. It is this Pride and Prejudice poster print. I am absolutely obsessed. I don't really think you guys could tell because of the reflection from my window. I'm very happy we were able to find 4 prints. I wasn't expecting to find this many, but the last 2 things we were able to find were some new bed sheets, which was my main goal. Actually, no, probably my top priority for this entire like room transformation. I did get one plain gray set because I figured this would just be good to have as like a backup. God forbid anything happens to this other one that I'm going to show you. This is the sheet set that we ended up picking out. It is white, but it does have these really pretty little green vines on it and these little leaves. I thought this was so subtle and really, really cute. I cannot wait to show you guys in our next video diary update how the room is coming along and if we find anything else. I'm so excited to see after the second video diary what my room ends up looking like, but for now, this was just kind of like the collection period of finding and collecting things, and hopefully within the next video we are putting things up, we're getting things together, organizing, cleaning, decorating, all of that fun stuff. But so far I'm so happy with everything we have found, and I didn't think I was gonna get this lucky within the first video. Hello everyone. Please don't mind my appearance right now. I'm literally getting ready to wind down for the night. This is going to be the self-care aspect of this video. Besides the Pilates classes that I have been absolutely loving this month, one of the biggest things that I do to help myself wind down is reading and self-care like a face mask. I'm so excited. I think I'm going to make a bubble bath and I'm going to set up some candles and I'm going to make it really nice and relaxing. I feel like self-care is so important, whether that's journaling or doing something that you love or doing a hobby or going out and seeing your friends. My camera also just keeps like bouncing for some reason, like the focus keeps bouncing in and out, so I apologize for that, by the way. Anyways, I'm gonna put on the eye mask right now and we're gonna go draw a nice bath for the rest of the night. Alright guys, to wrap up this video in our last section, we're going to be talking about some mental health stuff. To give you guys some context, and if you are new here, hi, my name is Sophia. I recently just graduated with my bachelor's in psychology. College was probably the best 4 years of my life. I really loved and enjoyed living on my own. I found and discovered so much about myself, and I learned so much about what I enjoyed, what I don't like, making new friends, making connections, who I am as a person, and really figuring out who I am as an adult. But that does not mean that I have it all figured out and I have it all together. I will say this past month specifically has definitely opened my eyes to that idea. It has definitely been like a really weird and humbling experience. I say that because I feel like there's a lot of things that you don't think about right up until you're about to graduate. Or there are things that you think about and you really, really stress about it, and then once it's here, it's kind of like, oh my God, like this is happening. I'm an adult. I have to start looking for a job, and I need to start paying off my student loans, or I'm not paying off my student loans, but I still need to find a job, and oh my gosh, like what am I doing with my life? And is this really what I want to do? Is this the major that I wanted to choose? Is there something else that I want to do with my life? If you're in a similar situation to me, I actually just finished applying to grad school, and I would love to talk about that if you guys want me to in my next video diary. I applied to all master's programs and one PhD program, which I did get rejected from. And to be fair, I feel like the PhD application rejection had no indication on how smart I was or really reflected who I am as a person and as a student, only because PhD program applications and acceptances are so difficult to get into. I do have very high hopes though for all my master's programs, and I do have a really good feeling that I will get into a few of them, if not all of them, hopefully. I won't find out until the end of February and beginning of March, so I really have no advice on that at all right now, except for my own opinions and my own experience on the application process. So right now I would say that I'm definitely in this weird limbo phase where I'm waiting to hear back from grad schools. I'm currently trying to look for jobs. Right now I'm currently applying to like 15 babysitting jobs. I already have my part-time job, which I've had for the past year and a half now. And I'm also applying to even more just like small part-time jobs. It has been so stressful to find a job and to communicate and get answers back from people. Also, with somebody who's my age, I want to move out. I really do. It's not that I don't love living with my parents, but sometimes it can get very stressful because you are given 4 years of freedom, and once you get a taste of that, it really does suck kind of being at home. Again, not that I don't love my parents, I really do, and I am beyond thankful, and I understand what a privilege it is to still be here and still have them care for me and put a roof over my head. But I will say there is no greater feeling than really just living on your own and getting to experience that. I know that's not everyone's cup of tea. I know not everybody likes being on their own, but I'm somebody who personally does enjoy it. And having one part-time job definitely does not help pay rent. So I really just have all this free time to work and make money and save and go on trips and travel and do everything that I've been wanting to do for myself and really give myself that adult life feel, except I'm living at home. I feel like I'm just ranting at this point, but honestly, this is kind of fun. Like this is what this is for. However, on a more positive note, I actually just ended up booking 2 trips for myself in the summer, which is so exciting. One of the biggest things that I have told myself that I would never give up on, and honestly, it's kind of just something that I don't think I could ever let go. Like this is something that I've been wanting for myself for such a long time now, but it is to travel. And I feel like traveling is the world's greatest gift of getting to experience new life changes, experience culture, trying different foods, meeting different people. I also apologize for this lighting. It is being like really wacky, and I'm like sitting in front of my bedroom window. Hold on, we're gonna move because I was not vibing with the lighting over there. Okay, this is a lot better. Anyways, I'm extremely nervous about that, but I had been saving up for the past 3 years to go on a trip because I knew that this was something that I wanted to do. I knew I was graduating early. I knew that I want to travel. So that is definitely something that I'm looking forward to, and probably one of the bigger positives of where I'm at right now. It's so funny because as I'm talking to you, I'm getting text messages on my phone from possible employers, which is like crazy to me, and I feel like I'm like so jittery and all over the place. We're gonna make it through together. Even if you guys are finding this video in the springtime, or if you just graduated and you aren't going to grad school and you're looking for a full-time job right now, I want you to know we are all in this together. It is totally okay to not know what you're doing with yourself. I really want to highlight that, and I really want to say that this, again, is my own personal opinion, but it is totally normal to not have everything figured out and to not feel like you don't know what's coming ahead. I'm somebody who freaks out over that concept, and I personally don't like hearing it myself, but I have to keep reminding myself that it's okay to, 1, not be okay, and 2, not have everything set in stone. I actually had a crash out earlier this month because before I graduated, before I moved out of my college apartment, I'd set everything up for myself so perfectly. I had a job lined up and everything was working out, and a babysitting gig, and then the job ended up falling through, and then the babysitting gig also fell through for very, very valid reasons, both of which actually had nothing to do with me and things that had to do with like both of those other things that were going on. So it really sent me into a spiral, and now I feel like I'm just kind of like, whoa, like I'm starting from scratch. I'm starting like in this new playing field. I don't know what's going on, but we got this. We're all in this together. And with that, I pretty much want to wrap up the end of this video. If you guys have any questions or if you have any advice, please leave it down in the comments below. Your own opinions on post-grad and any little tidbits or motivation you could give, please leave it in the comments below. I would love to hear about it, and I'm sure other people would too. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I can't wait to see you next month with the next episode for this series. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye!